Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and it was a long-ass grind, but your boy got it done very quickly, and we are ready to bring LR KRILLIN into the fold. Now I was thinking about it, I did decide to do a 55% video for LR KRILLIN, because I've explained this before, but when I do the 55% videos, the, units without dupes video, right? Now, usually, I don't like to do it for, like, free-to-play units like this too often. LR Demon King Piccolo, I did think it was, sort of a good idea, because he was incredibly limited, but I feel as though a unit like KRILLIN, there actually is a good amount of hype about him within the community, just because of, like, it's KRILLIN, right? A character who just has had, like, virtually no respect in the, 5 years of Dokkan. So for him to finally basically get respect is actually pretty exciting, I would say. So, I figured global players, waiting for LR KRILLIN to arrive on global whenever it'll be. I don't know. I hope it's not December, because, like, me and the homie Goresh were just talking a little while ago, and, like, Goresh, we were talking about the fact that LR Angel Golden Frieza looks as though he's a high possibility in about a week. And Goresh was like, oh boy, can't wait to get him in December. So hopefully they don't do this again, where this Blue Cow Kengoku stuff, they release in December on Global with whatever the, Global First is later this year. Hopefully they do not do that. Now, typically, I strongly recommend that people go ahead and grind this KRILLIN out twice. Get yourself 1,500 medals. And, awaken 2 versions to, feed him, get him to SA20. I actually am going to be just, giving him Elder Kais because I'm a crazy whale. But again, all players, unless you're like a super top tier whale, just do the grind twice. It's not as bad as you'd think. And especially this KRILLIN event is going to be up for over a month. It's going until like the 2nd week of May. So it would be very easy if you're a free-to-play player to do, I don't know, 5 to 10 runs per day, and you could get both KRILLINs done before the event even goes away. Like, it's super easy. Everyone always complains about there's nothing to do. Well, use your stamina on this, don't use stones, and then by the time, a couple weeks have gone by, you'll have it done. So there you go. I'm going to level him up, get him to SA20, and we will go ahead and hop into some events with him. Alright guys, so we are on the Earthling category team. Now, the Earthling category team is going to be very interesting. The category is not stacked whatsoever. I was sort of holding out a little bit of hope that they might toss on maybe some of the early, like, Dragon Ball / Saiyan Saga Gokus on here, just because Goku himself does call himself an Earthling a lot, but they stayed pretty true to it. That, like, I've seen a lot of people sort of say, oh, anyone born on Earth, and it's like, well, no, it's human beings. That's what this is meant to be. Like, if Goku and Caulifla fucked on Earth and had a child, that child would not be in the Earthling category, right? It's their actual race is what they're putting as these Earthling characters, right? So, I mean, it's just a little bit unfortunate, but, they got to keep, pumping out good versions of these Earthling characters. I mean, and most of them aren't going to be summonable characters, so they have got to continue to really push the agenda with that. Okay, I actually don't want to super attack with Roshi quite yet, so I'm going to avoid super attacking with him. Of course, Tech Master Roshi is very good. All right, so we're at 1 million right there. I mean, that's not horrible, actually. 55% LR, free to play. And he does stack, attack, and defense on his 18-key super attack. So he is going to get quite a bit stronger as we move forward throughout the fight. Now, I do have an LR KRILLIN friend, of course. This one is Rainbow, because, like, there's not going to be 55%, LR KRILLINs out there. So we'll see what this Rainbow one is capable of doing. Now, 50% support Tien is going to be, I mean, he's, like, the 2nd best character on the category. The 50% supports are just so nuts, honestly. Like, see, it's so interesting, like, because there's so many characters that, like, they have got to give us, like, versions like this free-to-play LR KRILLIN, or they've got to give us something like the 50% support. I mean, Yamcha, Chaozu, Full Power Master Roshi. I mean, see, Tien from the Tournament of Power is not going to be, like, he's not going to have a different name. They'd have to do a couple of Earthlings together, right? Like, we got the Yamcha and Puar card, but there's just a bunch, like, we need so much help for this category. one thing that obviously a lot of people are beginning to sour upon a bit, including me here, is that they are releasing so many categories, and it just feels like there's like no point to the amount of like almost fodder categories that they're releasing that have like really bad like categories, really bad unit lists, you know, shafted units off of the unit list for no reason. Like, if we're gonna make these categories, we gotta really be supporting it. So I would like to see them release a steady string of Earthling characters moving forward, right? While I say this, I'm curious. Let me take a look at the recent Earthling characters that have released. While I'm talking about this, let me see. So let's go ahead to LR KRILLIN and let's go to the Earthling category, right? Okay, so LR KRILLIN, that free-to-play Bulma, max power Jackie Chun, 50% support Tien, Yamo and Spopovich, Tao. Is he like, why was Invisible Man an SR? Make him an SSR, because Invisible Man would have been really good here if he was an SSR and had access to the hidden potential system. He would have been very solid, but they're just like, nah. Like, see, because like Kid Chi-Chi's great, but like to use her full power, you gotta have Kid Goku on the team. You can't do that. You know, eventually, you know, I'm sure there could be a category that's like Earthling / youth and stuff like that, right? But like, we're not there yet. LR Oob is really good. I didn't bring him on the team, but LR Oob is fantastic. I still have to do the rainbow video for LR Oob. I'll probably do that like right away now that we have this. Okay, so 50% support Tien, right? I'm going to go ahead and give this LR KRILLIN his 18 key super attack. Then we're going to give Tien all of that right there. And that should be enough to get rid of this Goku. Again, these two units are going to be very good next to each other, Tien and KRILLIN. They are going to have Shattering the Limit. I believe they also have Rival Duo, and they also have Z Fighters, I believe. So they're linking up quite good. Yeah, yep, that Tien does have Rival Duo, and he does indeed have Z Fighters. So, like, they're, what is that? That's 25% attack that they're getting in 2 key. So that's not bad at all. Like that's going to be super solid. Then we have the LR Tien and Chaozu card. I mean, so, like, LR Yamcha's fine. Like, he's still quite good. But, like, you know, LR Tien and Chaozu, you know, some stuff like that, they need like an easy A. Like, I would not be upset at all if LR Tien and Chaozu was the next LR easy A to come out to buff this category. I'd be totally cool with that. That would also be a buff for the Saiyan Saga category, which, I mean, quite clearly is coming. There also is the LR Piccolo, who I think does also badly need an LR EZA. I mean, those are the two I really want to see, is Tien and Chaozu, and then LR Piccolo, because, you know, the Saiyan Saga, like, they're obviously going to give us that category soonish, it looks like, so they need to go ahead and really buff that and get it ready. Alright, so KRILLIN, he's at 118k defense now, so, like, he's sitting real good. Here, I'm going to go ahead and just give this to Tien, so that Tien gets a little bit of a nicety right there. 156k, that's it, or something like that. I mean, this team isn't horribly defensively. I mean, you definitely could beat the Legendary Goku event with this team. I mean, we probably will go ahead and go in there and do that. I don't think we could get a no-item run. I mean, both KRILLINs would be basically invulnerable, I think, you know, as we're stacking, moving the whole way through. Let me see. On his 12 key, he stacks attack, and he only stacks defense on his 18 key. But his Earthling category, it is 150% across the board, which is good. And it is also 4 key, which is also good. So, you know, KRILLIN, he's looking good. Like we have a nice base here, but we need more powerful units created and added to this team. All right, so we're at 118k. I feel like that's actually quite good. Considering that he's only 55% free to play, and, like, you know, he's building it up at an okay rate. This Wu Kaoken Goku's not really going to be able to do damage to him unless, you know, we would get hit by a super attack. The real test, of course, is the Legendary Goku event, seeing how much damage KRILLIN would take in there, right? Okay, so KRILLIN is only on 2 categories. That's one of the unfortunate things. He really should have been on Dokkan Fest Bardock's Revenge team, and he also obviously should have been on Dokkan Fest Beerus's Explosion of Anger team. Both of those teams KRILLIN should have been on, but he was shafted. But he is on the full power team, where we'll be able to get some better stats from him. So let's head over to the full power team now. Alright guys, now KRILLIN is on the full power category, which I mean, it does make sense, right? Like, I'm not, like, mad that Krillin is on the full power category, but, like, it's weird to me, right? Because, you know, he easily... The damn card is called Angry Super Attack. Like, you know, how often do we have to go through this, right? Like, you know, there's obvious other categories he should have been on, but they did put him on full power. Now, full power is, of course, combined with movie bosses for Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, I mean, this is going to be a good team for Krillin. There's no doubt about that. We're going to be able to have lots and lots of support for him on this team, you know, surrounded by just good-ass units, too, that are supporting, like LR Broly, Chile, and Lemo, Turles, Golden Cooler. Units of this nature and caliber will work really, really well with Krillin. Now, the other thing, too, about him that I have not talked about yet, but we're about to get into, is the fact that Krillin is an AoE unit on his 12 key. And in the World Tournament, because it's when going up against 6 or more enemies, so that's only the World Tournament, Krillin will be double supering. So they did make Krillin a very interesting World Tournament option. I mean, so you just think about the full power / movie boss team, and it's like you could have LR Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now you could have Krillin on there, like, you know, and, you know, you could even get Fat Majin Buu. Like, you could have a lot of AoE units on that team, so we're definitely going to try that out. Okay, so let's just get the 12-key super attack for Krillin. And then we'll go ahead and get the AGL orbs for Broly, Chile, and Lemo. That will give Krillin an attack buff right there. And then, of course, Omega, you know, okay, 83k for Krillin, that's fine. Omega is so damn good, you know, 40% attack, 2-key to Krillin. So let's see Krillin on his 12-key super attack right here. Krillin is getting 3-key, 30% defense start of turn, 20% attack buff, then an additional 10,000 attack per existing enemy after 2. So I think he's getting 30,000 attack from that passive right there. There's only 5 enemies, so he's not going to be getting... Wow, he's stunning every single time. Okay. Because it's a medium chance of stunning, right? What is this medium chance? 30% chance. Because it's like, whoa, he's stunned like the first 3. It's like, whoa, Krillin, what the... Did I miss something here? So they made it so that he is... Like, he's like a free-to-play version, honestly, of LR STR Broly. Like, I know that seems, oh, whoa, so crazy to say, right? But, like, in the World Tournament, he is. I mean, the reason LR STR Broly has always been the dominant king is because of the fact that he was able to double super attack in the World Tournament. Well, now Krillin is going to be able to do that, too. Except with Krillin... it's going to be a lot easier for him to super attack because Krillin is giving himself 3-key anyway at the start of turn, something STR LR Broly does not do. So Krillin is only going to need 6-key every turn, whereas a lot of times Broly needs 9-key. So, you know, just a team off the top of my head, again, Broly, maybe Krillin, Turles, and then Chaozu and Jacko. Or instead of Turles, we bring Fat Majin Buu. I feel like that could work. Turles is probably the better idea than Fat Majin Buu. But Fat Buu is going to create a lot of SCR orbs, which could make it very reasonable to get super attacks with Krillin. See, one thing I never like about using Fat Buu with SCR LR Broly on the team is the fact that, like, Fat Buu will often create, like, a huge line of SCR orbs, and if you get it with Broly, you're killing the best thing about him, which is his double super attack mechanic, right? Which he needs to not be getting his 18-key super attack for. And that's the thing, like, Krillin's not going to have that issue with Fat Buu because he's just going to be getting those SCR orbs but not getting double key. I can go ahead and get the 93k defense for Krillin, and I can go ahead and get the attack buff by Broly, Chile, and Lemo again. So pretty good. I'm okay with what we saw from LR Krillin here. Again, he's a free-to-play unit, right? It's not exactly like we're talking about a Dokkan Fest exclusive or something like that. I think they did make him very good. And then just on top of his ability to be very good in, like, the Legendary Goku event with his attack and defensive stacking, he also has his ability to be pretty good in Extreme Super Battle Road, I think. He's going to be good in Battlefield also. And I think he's going to be, obviously, a kingpin in World Tournament. Krillin may be the best World Tournament unit. He may actually be better than STR LR Broly, and it needed to be another unit that double supered like STR Broly for someone to take his place, and we finally got that. So, Krillin, we'll see next World Tournament, but Krillin is going to be very good, I think. Alright, so this is Angry Super Attack Krillin. His leader skill is the Earthling category key 4 and 150% to stats. His 12 key super attack is the Diffusion Energy Wave. Now, this is the exact reason why he should be on both Revenge and Explosion of Anger. Yamcha is killed by the Cybermen. Krillin is really mad, gets revenge by trying to kill all the Cybermen plus Vegeta and Nappa. Basic shit, Dokkan. And that stacks attack does colossal damage and has a medium chance of stunning all enemies, which of course is a 30% chance. His 18 key super attack is the Destructo Disc, which stacks attack and defense and does mega colossal damage to the enemy. His passive skill, Biting Back, gives him 3 key and 30,000 defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 20,000 attack when performing a super attack. Then he gets an additional 20,000 attack when performing an ultra super attack. Then he gets an additional 3 key when facing only one enemy. Then he gets an additional 10,000 attack per existing enemy when facing 2 or more enemies, starting from the second enemy. So the way I'm interpreting that is that, like, for enemy 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he gets 10,000 attack, like, per those amount of enemies, right? So again, very good for the World Tournament. And then Krillin also launches an additional super attack when facing 6 or more enemies, clearly designed for World Tournament. His links are Z Fighters, Turtle School, Courage, Best Buddies, Rival Duo, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. So, I mean, his links will be fine, I guess, on his team, right? Z Fighters, Shattering the Limit, Legendary Power, Rival Duo. But, like, Best Buddies, Courage, Turtle School. Let me take a look here. So, Best Buddies is trash. There's like, you can't even get the link active. Like, it's ridiculous. It's only SR Gokus and an SSR Goku that awakens into Super Saiyan Spirit Bomb Goku that loses the link. It's stupid. Courage. I'm looking at units that would be on teams with Krillin to use this, and it's just, nah. No, not really. Sucks. I don't know why they gave him that. Turtle School, I mean, you could at least get this with Roshi, Full Power Roshi, and Yamcha. But, I mean, you know, there is the Tech Roshi, I guess, but there's not really a good TUR Yamcha right now, because remember, the LR is Yamcha and Puar, so bit of an issue there, but, you know, whatever. His 12 key multiplier is 140%. 24 key multiplier, 200%. That's typically what we see for free-to-play LRs. And then finally, he is on 2 category teams, right? So our boy does have the Earthling category team, which is one of the worst categories in the game for sure. But there are some, you know, relatively recent, like, LRs and stuff like that. You know, Yamcha and Puar, Krillin. You know, we do have a 50% support TN. Yamo and Spopovich aren't horrible. You know, this in Krillin is really good, but you can't use him on the team right now because Krillin is the only leader of the team. There are other good options there. And then it's so bizarre, but he is on the full power team. Again, it's a little goofy. I guess they're saying he's full power when he did the attack against the Cybermen and Vegeta and Nappa and stuff. I'm okay with that, but it's just so goofy when he's not on Explosion of Anger and Revenge. I mean, he could have had 4 category teams, which would have been fine, because every other Krillin in the game has, like, 1 category team. So, like, I would have been totally cool with that, but, you know, a little bit bizarre. Let me know what you guys think of LR Krillin. I personally do think they actually did a very, very good job with him. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.